Hello friends, today we will learn about electrical vehicles, environmental uh, condition uh, related to this electrical vehicles, or if we use electrical vehicles, how it uh, saves our environment, and important components related to electrical vehicles, and how that electric vehicle works. If we see the issue of global warming, this issue is very important from our environment point of view. Now, if we observe, or scientists sees that if we consider the Mount Everest, the height of Mount Everest, which is reduced 10 centimeters yearly due to this global warming, and if this happens year by year, then it is very bad to us. So global warming is very major issue, and if we consider the next point, that is air pollution. So in India the population is very high. So if we see in our roads, we see lot of vehicles are there. Okay, if we see anywhere, then we can see the vehicles, and in India the vehicles are mostly either petrol or diesel. So two types of vehicles are mostly used in India, that is either we use petrol engine operated vehicles or diesel engine operated vehicles. Okay, and if we observe, the combustion of fuel takes place, and due to this combustion lot of carbon monoxide gets emitted, or lot of poisonous gases gets emitted out of that vehicle, and ultimately it creates air pollution. So this is very dangerous for human life. If we consider Delhi, if we consider Delhi, nowadays Delhi makes a rule that if we consider the vehicles which is diesel operated vehicles, the life of that vehicles becomes 10 years. Okay, if we consider the diesel vehicles, the life of that vehicles becomes 10 years. This is declared in Delhi. So due to this air pollution, Delhi acts strictly. Now one more rule is there. Odd and even, that rule is odd and even, and this rule is based on, or the aim of this rule is to reduce the air pollution. How it reduces the air pollution? Because if we consider the registration number of vehicle, if the number ends with odd number, okay, and the day for operating the vehicle is odd, then only odd numbers vehicle having the chance to go on road, and on the even day only even numbers are allowed on road. Okay, so in this way they try to control the air pollution. So, the conclusion in this discussion is that air pollution or environment, that is global warming, these issues are very hot issues, and due to that, different options we can search, and we get very new and very that is good invention, that is electrical vehicle. Okay, electrical vehicle is the good solution for all these problems. If we consider the important components which are related to electrical vehicles, the main component in this electrical vehicle is battery pack. Okay, so different types of batteries are used here, like lithium ion batteries. Okay, then lead type of batteries. So this type of batteries are mostly used in vehicles, electrical vehicles. Then most important point is charger. Charger charges this battery. Then next important point or component is related to electric motor. Near to electric motor, this is inverter, and then this component is related to DC or DC converter. The examples of electrical vehicles becomes Tesla car, then Mahindra's two models are there as electrical vehicles. And if we observe this battery pack, so the batteries are a very heavy type of batteries are there. Weight of these batteries are very high. Okay, and if we consider the arrangement of chassis, so it requires special chassis. Okay, it is not a regular chassis like in our vehicles, petrol or diesel cars. If we can compare with these electric cars, the chassis are different. Okay, these chassis are made according to this application, and here the main application for mounting on the chassis is this battery pack. This battery pack is the important component to mount on that chassis, because weight of these batteries becomes very heavy weight is there. Okay, and for that purpose the chassis, special type of chassis are required, and the location of these chassis are mostly near to the ground. Okay, near to the ground. The intention is to keep these batteries near to the ground. Okay, so that the center of gravity should be maintained. This is the main purpose for providing this chassis near to the ground. That is, clearance is very less here. If we consider the mobile phone, for example, if we consider the mobile phone, the 5-volt battery is sufficient for charging purpose. Okay, if we want to charge our mobile, then 5-volt capacity charger is sufficient to charge our mobile. But if we consider the charging of this vehicle, okay, we require near about 350 volts. Then only this vehicle gets charged. And how this 350 volts becomes possible? Okay, so many small batteries are arranged in series, and if the current, okay, if we see this voltage, then series voltage becomes added together, and if we consider whole voltage of this complete battery, that whole voltage is near to 350 volts. And here in this vehicle, for example Tesla vehicle or Mahindra vehicle, they use the battery which is having the capacity of 24 volt per battery. Okay, per battery 24 volts, and in this way they use 15 number of batteries. Okay, and if we multiply this, then we get 360 volts, which is near to this 350 volts. So by arranging 15 number of battery which is having the capacity of 24 volts, then we get combined 360 volt capacity. Okay, how this works? Then here chargers is connected at the power station. Okay, some power stations are required. Then if we connect this charger to the power station, then the battery gets fully charged. Okay, now when the battery is charged, then it supplies the power towards the electric motor, and electric motor is the main component for operating the components of the vehicle. Because if we want the power for supply, we want to transmit the power to the wheels, then we transmit that power through this motor. If we see the next important component, inverter is provided, and then DC to or DC converter is provided. Okay, so if we see the power for charging, if we see the electricity for charging this battery pack, that electricity in the format of AC supply, and when we want to operate that vehicle, when we want to operate the different components of the vehicle, then we require that power into DC format. Okay, so for converting that, here DC or DC converter is provided. So these are the important components in this electrical vehicles. Our minister, one of the central minister, who announces that in India the vision is that up to 2030 our complete vehicles gets replaced with electrical vehicles. These are the target. Okay, this is the target set by Indian government. So 2030 year is chosen for complete implementation of electrical vehicles. If we compare this with another countries, for example Norway, so Norway consider 2025 is for fully implementation of this electrical vehicles. Okay, so our the main requirement for this electrical cars becomes electricity. This is the major requirement in all these cars. And if we see in India, our mostly electricity gets generated through this steam power plant. Okay, in India electricity is mostly generated through steam power plant, and for steam power plant mostly the heating is required for creating that steam, and for creating that steam we use coal as the medium. When coal gets burned, then steam is created, and due to that the electricity gets generated. But if we consider this operation, lot of air pollution gets happen. Okay, so near about 75% electricity near about 75% electricity generated through this steam power plant. Okay, currently, but our target is to achieve completely electrical vehicles up to year of 2030. So how it possible? So you think that if we use 75% electricity through this steam power plant, then there also lot of air pollution may happen. Okay. So what is the use of this? The steam power plant also creates lot of air pollution. So here we reduce the air pollution, but here we generate a lot of air pollution. So on that also, Indian government think and they suggest that, or they consider that up to 2026, 60% electricity 60% of electricity will be achieved by using renewable sources, renewable energy sources like wind energy, then tidal energy or solar energy. So 2026 Indian government fixed the target that we can change the percentage, 60% electricity gets generated through these renewable energy sources. Okay. So that automatically this pollution gets also reduced in the 2026. So in this way it helps to reduce the air pollution as well as global warming. Now if we compare these electrical vehicles with IC engines or internal combustion engines, then if we see the efficiency of these engines, and here the main component becomes the motor. Okay, in case of electrical vehicles, the main source for supplying the energy becomes electrical motor. So in this electrical motor, only rotation is there, no any different components are there. So energy loss, if we consider in case of this motor, energy loss becomes negligible. Then only we consider 10% losses are there, but 90% efficiency we are getting here. But if we consider IC engine, then in that engine only 30% efficiency we are getting, so we lost near about 70% energy. Okay, we lost nearly 70% energy. So if we compare these losses, then 10% losses creates less amount of heat. But if we consider 70% losses, then it creates more amount of heat, because that energy is transmitted to another form. And in case of IC engine, it is transmitted into lot of heat generation. Okay, so this is major advantage. It creates 90% efficiency. If we consider this IC engine, so more than 100 number of components are there, moving components. Okay, more than 100 number of moving components are there. And if we consider the moving parts in case of these electrical vehicles, near about 10 number of moving parts are there. Okay, so one important point is there. If the number of moving components are more, if the number of moving components are more, then that machine or that system requires more amount of maintenance. Okay, and if the moving components are less, that system requires less amount of maintenance. And so that here the moving parts are less, the less amount of maintenance is required, and this is durable. Okay, this is important. If we consider noise and vibration, in case of electrical vehicles, it is very quiet. No noise is there, only rotating part is there, bearing is there, only that noise comes in that vehicle. But if we consider IC engine, lot of moving components are there, and due to that moving components, lot of noise and vibration gets created. And once the vibration gets created, due to that continuous vibration, fluctuations are created, and due to that fluctuation, that part gets the part gets that fail. Okay, part gets fail. So in case of IC engines, the noise and vibrations are more. Now, one more important point for comparison is torque and speed. What happens in case of electrical vehicles about that torque and speed? So, torque and speeds are controlled separately. That is not depends on each other. But in case of IC engine, torque and speed depends on each other. If we increase the torque, the speed gets reduced. If we increase the speed, torque gets reduced. So torque and speed depends on each other in case of that IC engine. But if we consider in case of electrical vehicles, torque control depends on the voltage. If we increase the voltage, torque increases. If we decrease the voltage, torque decreases. If we consider the RPM or speed also depends on the hertz. Okay, that is frequency. So, depending on that frequency and voltage, our torque and RPM value gets changes. Okay. So, in this way, we easily control this vehicle. If we see some disadvantage in this system, If we consider the disadvantages, the first disadvantage is that supply chain is not available. What do you mean by supply chain? Here, the supply chain means if the components gets damaged and if we want to replace that component, say then limited service stations are available. Okay, and if we want some material to replace that, then the providers are very limited. Okay, because these vehicles are not in large amount in India currently. Okay, and this is the problem. Next is supercharging stations are not available. Now, if we consider in India, only 10 cities, okay, 10 cities having this facility, supercharging stations. So, if we want to charge that vehicle, then these charging stations are required. If we compare India with China, for example, in related to these electrical vehicles, then China already declared in 2016, okay, that all not in complete country, but in some cities, China already declared that we provide the public transportation through these electrical vehicles only. So in that country, in that some particular cities, they provide the charging stations and the public transportation is fully through electrical vehicles. In our Pune city also some public transportation vehicles are nowadays converted into electrical system. Now if you observe the transportation buses, like white color buses are there, and now that buses becomes electrical vehicles. So good improvement is there. Now one more important topic in that vehicle is mileage, or what is the cost of providing, not mileage, but what is the cost for this electricity. So if we consider the cost of electricity is approximately 1 rupees per kilometer. Now this is the very important point. So if we want to travel 100 kilometers, according to this, how much cost we need to pay?